I was wondering how you got on with your pillow.
I'm still, I got your email and I appreciate you so much, but I'm still struggling. I was just working on it now, trying to get it. And I think what I've done finally is get the multiple little, the 5-inch blocks. I have one of them quilted. And so, but positioning them, I think what I've decided to do is put the ones that have the one color of dark and light at the top, and then one down, and then the other color that has the dark and light down the bottom, and one up. And then I can actually see your diamonds. I can see it going that way. When I mix them up, the colors are, I mean, they're just too different. I can't make them merge.
Yeah. You know what? I think you've come up with a really cool plan.
So
Yeah.
I'm working on it. I did quilt one, and it's great once I get it in the hoop. I did use the template, but my my machine didn't like that hoop at all for that little block. It wanted me to use a little hoop for that little block. So I finally gave in to it. I know there's ways in the software that I could have changed the hoop, but I couldn't figure it out. And so without going back to the software, which I don't own, I don't pay for the software. So I went ahead and just made, like you talked about, I made the hoop so that it would support the block. Here, I'll show you.
Now, remind me which machine you're using to do the stitching on.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a bit of a pain to do it, and it's a bit of a pain to get it set up. But I think but I got it. And
Okay.
when I did the design, I checked the corners, and they're all good. I haven't done this one yet, but that's how I decided to do it. But then
So
the other
remind
one, I have
me that
to
you're
do
using.
the two together. I have that one set up with the plastic, like you taught us.
Okay. Which machine are you using?
Epic 3.
Anybody else have an Epic 3? If you can unmute, or let me just pop into gallery. Whoops, Daisy. Didn't want to do that. Oh, I didn't know I could do that.
I know it's doable. It's just my inexperience with doing it, and it's the fact that I don't own the software. And when you
Well,
when you
you
don't
don't
pay
need the
them monthly,
software. You should be able to change the hoop on your machine.
and I should be able to, but I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out where to go. I tried all the helps and everything. Once it
That's
was a
why I'm
design that was
wondering.
already in there.
Yeah, that's why I'm wondering if there's anybody with the Epic 3 or a similar machine that knows how to tell the hoop machine you've got a different hoop on. It's the machine should tell you, or it should figure out based on which hoop you've got.
Yeah, well, it came in. It came in. I had brought it in through Sonet, and then put it on sent it to the sent it to my machine. And so and I can't even send it anymore. I have to put it on a jump drive. It's a problem with Sonet because I won't pay them. But anyway, the when I sent it, it chose its own hoop. Now, had I caught that in the beginning, I could have changed it in the software before it sent it. Then I would have it right. But on the machine, I should be able to change it, and I'm sure there's a way. It's just my skill level.
Are you in our Facebook group?
I think so.
So pop into the Facebook group and ask, is anybody else using, it's a Viking Epic, right?
Yes, Epic 3. I can also
Yeah.
call my dealer. I did try to call her, but she didn't answer. So I can also do that. I mean, I can get some help. I thought I would just use your other method, and it worked. But it's a little bit tough to line it up that way when you have it that way.
So Kim says she has a Ruby 90 and she can help. Kim, I'm gonna ask Kim to unmute here.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm doing pajama sewing today, so I'm in my pajamas. So just bear
Okay.
with me. What I'm gonna do is go into the embroidery on my machine so I can tell her what to do. Okay, when you load a design in, it's gonna take you to a screen and come on, cooperate here. And then you push go. So you've loaded your design and normally you would just push go and it will take you to a screen that allows you to select the DSS, whether you want the tie-offs and jump stitches done, etc. But before you push
Absolutely.
go down to the bottom part of the screen and you'll see hoop sizes down there. Probably what it's showing is that little bitty hoop for your design. Touch that where it gives the dimensions, which I'm guessing if it's 5 inches, it might be 150 by 150. Anyway, you touch that window and another menu will pop up. And then you can select the size of the hoop that you want.
Okay, down at the bottom. I thought I looked at the whole screen. It showed me what hoop I was using, what foot and so on. And I tried to change it there and I tried to go up and get help, but I couldn't find it. But maybe at the bottom of the screen, maybe I missed one of the buttons. I'll go try it. Thank you,
Yeah,
Kim.
let me show you. I don't know if I can turn this. I don't ever have good luck turning this thing around. There, okay. Can you see my screen now?
I can, but mine doesn't look
Okay.
anything like that.
It's down here at the bottom. And
Yeah.
see, I pushed that and that's what it will look like when you look at it. It'll just say that the dimensions. Then you tap
Okay.
that and it brings up all of the options you can select from.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
select the size of hoop that you want, then you push go, but you have to do this before you push go.
Right. Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
All righty.
Yeah. Okay. Thank
So
you. I'll try it.
You're welcome.
Kim,
You're welcome.
Yeah. Does the machine not recognize the specific hoop that you've loaded onto it?
No.
Oh, yes, it does.
Well, it does to a certain extent. It will tell you if it's not going to fit in the hoop. But I've not known it to recognize the size of the hoop.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it does. It absolutely recognizes the size of the hoop. It knows
Well,
precisely.
it might, but I'm always plugging in the size of hoop I want, so I don't push it that way, I guess. But the main thing is that you can change it there, and I always change it before I go because I don't like backing up.
Yeah, well, if I had caught it, if I had listened to the lesson ahead of time and caught it in Sonet, I could have fixed it there and it would have been no problem. It was just that I didn't do that, but I will. I'm improving.
Well, yeah, and sometimes in the software, even though you put in the size of hoop that you want to use, when it loads the design into your machine, it won't always show that. Mine doesn't. Sometimes it will be off. For example, I'm doing Simply Dreaming, and I had one design that would fit in a 200 by 200 hoop, and I really wanted to use a little bit larger hoop, and when I was in my software, I selected that larger hoop, but then when I went to my machine, it wanted to put it back in a 200 by 200 hoop. So the main thing is just check it before you hit go, and then you're good.
Right. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, Kim.
You're welcome.
That is so interesting because on the Bonina machines, you can it knows which hoop is on that you put on the machine.
Absolutely. Mine does.
So
Yeah.
It's very rare that I need to tell it that I'm using a different hoop.
But the thing is that I had it set up to use the bigger hoop with the plastic in it in order so it could do the two together, and I was only putting one in. And so when the design came in, wanting a smaller hoop because the design would fit in a smaller hoop. And so, they always want you to use the smallest one for the most efficient embroidery, right? And so when it came in, it had assigned itself to the smaller hoop. And that's where I ran. And then I couldn't get it to I couldn't make it go to the bigger hoop. I couldn't figure it out. I know it's possible. I know it's user error. I'm sure of it. And I will look a little closer, like Kim talked about, and see if I missed a button down there, because there's a mass amount of buttons on the machine. And I can say, what do you do?
Yep, definitely. Well, hopefully Kim's, Kim's showing you where to look on the screen will help.
Yes, I'm going to try it. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Cool. Well, you are welcome. And remember to post a pic when you're all done with your quilting.
Oh, I will. Once I get it, once I do, I haven't even, once I get the quilting done, then I want to study the sashing training, and I want to try to put not try, but and then I'm going to put the sashing in, and then I will probably post a picture, and then I'll put the back on, just,
Okay. Sounds
but
good.
I went ahead and bought the chess set. I just was brave, when your assistant answered my email, she said, "Don't worry, you'll get there," or something like that. She encouraged me, and so I said, "Oh, okay, I'm going to trust her that I will get there." So I'm anxious to get this one done now, so I can try it.
Well, we are always here, first and the third Friday. So if you come across any challenges, you can always come and have a chat. And you can always jump in the Facebook group if you have a question in between Fridays, because there's lots of people in there, and we usually have really good answers pretty fast.
That's good. Yes, thank you.
So you are welcome. Okay.